الرحمن الرحيم. نبدأ على بركة الله المحاضرة للدراسات الصباحية المرحلة الثالثة الأساي رايتنج. فإن شاء الله راح أسوي شيرينج للدوكيمنت اللي نشرح عنه إن شاء الله الأساي رايتنج، وأي واحد ما جاي يطلع عنده الشيرينج بعد ما أسوي الشيرينج وأبلغكم خليه يبلغني، لأنه أكو مسألة بسيطة فقط تقوم بالنقر على الصورة اللي ظاهرت لك. مثلا إذا صورتك هي الظاهرة انقر عليها، سوي لها بن وان بن، يعني واحدة من المحاولتين تظهر عندك الشيرينج. فالآن إن شاء الله الكل ظاهرة عندهم الشيرد دوكيمنت.
Yes sir.
اوكي ممتاز.
Yes, sir.
ممتاز. فنبلش إن شاء الله حتى لا يضيع من عندنا وقت. نبلش بالقراءة. أنا راح أطلب من الطلاب يعني أختار الأسماء ويقروا لي بشكل أريد شكل جيد وشكل سريع. أوكي خليه زين. فنبلش القراءة، والقراءة مثل ما شرحت لكم سابقا، ما أعرف أنا شرحت للشعب البقية والمسائي والنهاري. القراءة جدا ضرورية يعني one of the skills that we started with. If you remember the objectives of the chapter, there are certain skills we explained, we clarified, we said that there are certain skills that we need in order to be able to write well in English language and any language, even Arabic language. If you don't read much, you can't write properly. فالقراءة واحدة من المقدمات المهمة جدا للكتابة، لذلك نركز في درسنا اللي هو الرايتنج اساي، نركز على القراءة وتحليل القراءة حتى يكون عندنا منطلق إلى معرفة الكتابة، لأنه بالنتيجة احنا نقرأ نص مكتوب ونحلل النص المكتوب. فمن خلال قراءتنا وتحليلنا للنص المكتوب راح يعني we acquire different types of information, different types of skills, different types of notes for how to write properly. How to write properly. Okay? So please, I want أديان علي كاظم، إذا تسمعني أديان علي كاظم تقرأ لي الباراجراف الأول.
نعم أستاذ.
Okay, please read paragraph from the title.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Separating the sexes, just for the tough years, right? Tough.
Yes. Oh, yes.
The
tough
middle
years.
school years.
Okay.
School years, grades 6, 7, and 8, are known to be the tough years. These are the years when the different rates of girls and boys, physical, emotion, and convictive.
Physical, emotional. Physical, emotional, and cognitive. All are adjectives. Physical, emotional, and cognitive. Yes, please, go ahead.
Development are most noticeable. Girls develop ahead of boys in every area, and both suffer education's debates whether the separation of boys and girls into single-sex classes might improve students' academic performance. Single-sex classes were against the law in public schools until several years ago, but now they have become more common and sorry.
Yes, Hollingsworth. Thank you very much, Adyan. Thank you. عبد الكريم عباس. أكو بعض الأسماء يظهر لي اسم الأب فقط. فعبد الكريم عباس عبد الله.
نعم أستاذ.
الاسم
أم البنين.
أم البنين.
الكريم.
Okay. Yes, please. Read paragraph number 1.
The middle school years, grade 6, 7, and 8, are now to be the tough years. They are years when the different traits of girl and boys, physical, emotional, and cognitive development
Cognitive. Yes, please.
are most notable. Girls develop ahead of boys in very area, and both sever. Educator debate whether separation of boys and girls into single-sex class might improve student academic performance.
Thank you
Single
very
sex.
much. Thank you very much. Mustafa Abdul Samad.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Al
your
Hassan
name?
Mustafa.
Al Hassan Mustafa. Yes, please. Yes,
Al
go ahead.
Hassan Mustafa.
Yes.
Pakistan.
Okay, go ahead.
From the beginning,
Yes.
the middle school years, grades 6, 7, and 8, are known to be the tough years. These are the years when the different rates of girls and boys' physical, emotional, and cognitive development are most noticeable. Girls develop ahead of boys in
Cognitive.
every area.
Cognitive, Al Hassan. Cognitive development.
Yeah,
Yes,
sorry.
please. Yes, go ahead.
Cognitive development are most
Yeah.
noticeable. Girls develop ahead of boys in every area, and both suffer educators' debate whether the separation of the boys and girls into single-sex classes might improve students' academic performance. Single-sex classes were against the law in public schools until several years ago, but now they have become more common. Bonner and Hollingsworth. Although some parents, educators, and civil liberties groups continue to oppose single-sex classes, there is some evidence that separating boys and girls in middle school produces positive results.
Thank you very much.
Too.
Excellent. Good reading. Yes. Good flow of reading, but you need more fluency and better pauses. Yani where to pause, how to pause at commas and how to pause at full stops. Al Hassan. So please try to learn how to pause while reading. Haneen Sabah Khalaf.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. Paragraph number 2.
First of all, it is difficult to say whether a single-sex education leads to higher test score, but it may make a difference in more important areas. Although some research shows no improvement in test score, whether other بس الكتابة ما واضحة.
كتابة ما واضحة ويم صوت طفل جاي يقرأ وفد شيء. اوكي يعني حاولوا جميعا طلبتنا الاعزاء جميعا من تريد تقرا او من تدخل محاضره يعني يكون السراوندينج مالتك خالي من النويز. يعني اذا عندك تلفزيون جماعه قاعدين يمك اطفال حتى شنو حتى لا يصير نويز على المحاضره. شكرا جزيلا حنين. دنيا علاء رجب. Yes please. صوتك ناصي. قري لي paragraph number 2.
No, sir.
Yes, now it's okay. دنيا علاء رجب. اقري paragraph 2.
Yes, sir. First of all, it is difficult to say whether single-sex education leads to higher test score, but it may make a difference in more important area. Although some research shows no improvement in test score, other research shows opposite result. More important, many psychologists believe that test score are not good measure of success. They suggest that self-confidence and self-esteem issue are more important. For example, in same-sex classes, girls report increased confidence and improvement attitudes toward math and science study.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dina. Dunya, sorry. Yes. Khulud Walid. Yes, please. Khulud. Khulud Walid.
Doctor.
Yes, please. Paragraph number 2.
Doctor.
Paragraph number 2.
First of all, it's difficult to say whether single-sex education leads to higher test score, but it may make difference in more important areas. Although some research shows no improvement in test scores, other research show opposite results. Bloom. More important, many psychologists. Yes. Psychologists believe that tests and self-esteem issues.
No, psychologists believe that test scores are not a good measure of success. Thank you very much, Khulud. زين العابدين حيدر.
نعم دكتور.
Yes, please. Paragraph number 2.
Okay, sir. First of all, it's difficult to say whether single-sex education leads to higher test score, but it may make a difference in more important areas. Although some research shows no improvement in test scores, other research shows opposite results. Blum. More important, many psychologists believe that test scores are not good measure of success. They suggest that self-confidence and self-esteem issues are more important. For example, in same-sex classes, girls report an increased confidence and improved attitude toward math and science study. New York University professor Carol Gelgan believes girls are more likely to be creative thinkers and risk takers as adults if educated apart from boys in middle schools. Quoted in Gross. Yes. Boys too gain confidence when they do not have to compete with girls. Boys can feel inferior when compared to girls who literally outthink them. This feeling can cause them to become angry and fight back. In contrast, with no girls in the classroom, they are more relaxed and more open learning growth.
Thank you very much. An excellent reading. Thank you, Zain Abidin. Excellent reading. Excellent reading and excellent pauses. Sometimes you need to take care of your pauses, how to pause very well. But I know that you are a little bit nervous, but your pronunciation and your flow of reading, fluency of reading is an excellent. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Okay. Yes. Zamzam Jasim. زمزم زمزم غائبة غائب. Okay. رياض صبيح. زمزم زمزم again. Yes, please.
نعم.
Okay. زمزم قرينا paragraph number 3. The other page.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Also necessary to examine how single-sex education will affect students' careers in the future. Opponents of the practice note that when students go into the workforce, they will have to work side by side with the opposite sex.
Good.
They worry that attending all girl or all boy schools could train children the dance to learn how to do so, North.
Thank you very much.
However,
Thank you, Zemzem. Thank you very much. زهراء جواد كاظم.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. Paragraph 3.
Okay. In addition to these benefits, it is also necessary to examine how single-sex education will affect students' career in their future opponents of the practice. Note that when students go into workforce, they will have to work side by side with the opposite sex. They worry that attending all girls or all boy schools could deny children
Yes.
change learn how to do so. No. However, this agreement ignores the fact that children constantly interact with members of the opposite sex outside of school.
Thank you very much, Zahra. Thank you, Zahra. Thank you. That's enough. عبد الحسين عثمان. هذا منو عبد الحسين عثمان؟
نعم أستاذ. رباب عبد الحسين.
Okay. عبد الحسن or حسين?
عبد الحسين عثمان.
Okay. Yes, please. Paragraph number 3.
Yes. In addition to these benefits, it's also necessary to examine how single-sex education will affect students' careers in the future opponents of their practice.
This is opponents. Yes.
Opponents.
Yeah.
Of the practice. Note that when students go into the workforce, they will have to work side by side with the opposite sex. The worry that attending all girl or all boy school could deny children the chance to learn how to do so. North. However, this argument addresses the fact that children constantly.
However, this argument ignores the fact that
the fact that children constantly.
Okay, thank you very much, Rabab, عبد الحسين, جبار قاسم صابر, إسراء يمكن؟
لا مستر.
إسراء؟
حوراء.
أوكي, لأن الظاهر عندي الألف والهمزة. أوكي, ماكو إشكال. حوراء. Yes, please. Number 4. Paragraph number 4.
Finally, opposition of same-sex attraction say that it is discriminatory. However, researchers support the opposite
الصوت عندك جدا مو واضح واكو فد نويز بالصوت حوراء, يعني ما اعرف الخلل احتمال من المايك. بليز يعني مرة ثانية اكو اشكال عندك بالمايك حوراء. اريد ختام مزهر. ختام. Yes please. Number 3.
Okay.
Yes.
In addition to these benefits, it is also necessary to examine how single-sex education will affect students' career in the future. Opponents of the practice note that while students go into workforce, they will have to work side by side with the opposite sex. They worry that attending all girls or all boys schools could deny children the chance to learn how to do so. North. However, this agreement ignores the fact that children constantly interact with the members of the opposite sex outside of school.
Thank you very much. ختام. Thank you. That's enough. عبد الحكيم عبد الرضا الاسم الكامل.
نعم آلاء.
Okay, Alaa. Yes, please. Number 4.
Number 4.
Yes.
Finally, opponents of same-sex education say that it is discriminatory. However, research supports the opposite conclusion, that discrimination is widespread in mixed classes. Several studies have shown that boys dominate discussions and receive more attention than girls. Studies also indicate that teachers call on boys more often than on girls, even when girls raise their hands. Not. Clearly, this is discriminatory.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, آيات فالح حسن.
Yes, sir.
آيات بس إذا أكو يمك نويز أطفال كذا يعني طلع في الصوت يعني حاولي يعني تكون التسجيل بدون صوت خارجي.
Yes,
please
sir.
يعني. Okay. So please read paragraph number 5.
But sir, I can't see the picture or sharing.
شنو اللي جاي يطلع لك الصورة مالتك؟
No, your picture.
اوكي نقري عليها بالله يعني نقري بالوسط. آيات ما طلع عندك شيء؟
No.
نقرتي على الصورة مالتي؟
Yes, sir.
وما ما صار شيء؟
No.
اكو شيء اسمه pin yourself. طلع لك علامة معينة؟ ها؟
No.
هسه it's okay؟
Yes, it's okay.
ممتاز بس يمك أصوات آيات فالح يمك أصوات الرجاء يعني لجميع الطلبة إذا يمك أصوات يعني لا يعني حاول تقعد في مكان يعني أفضل أو تمنع الأصوات الخارجية. آيات اقري paragraph number 5.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
For all of these reasons, the arguments against same-sex classes are not valid. On the contrary, many people say that same-sex classes provide a better learning environment. Boys and girls pay the least attention to each other and more attention to their schoolwork. Margis, girls are
okay. Thank you very much, Ayat Falih. Thank you very much. Amina Ali Abd al-Razzaq. آمنة علي عبد الرزاق موجودة لو غائبة؟ أوكي غائبة. آمنة علي عبد الرزاق. زين. وعندنا عيسى عبد الله العبد السيد مو؟
Yes sir.
الاسم الكامل اسمك؟
آيات أحمد.
آيات أحمد عيسى.
آيات أحمد عيسى. Yes.
ممتاز. Paragraph number 5.
Yes. For all these reasons, the arguments against same-sex classes are not valid. On the contrary, many people say that same-sex classes provide a better learning environment. Boys and girls pay less attention to each other and more attention to their schoolwork. Marquise.
Yes, Marquez. Yeah.
Marquez. Girls and girls are less fearful of making mistakes and asking questions in math and science. Boys are less shy but about sharing their ideas in language and literature. Furthermore, school children don't lack contact with the
Okay.
opposite sex.
Thank you very much آيات أحمد. Thank you very much. آية عدنان شامت رافعة إيدها آية. Yes please. Paragraph number 3.
Yes.
Yes please.
In addition to these benefits, it's also necessary to examine how single-sex education will affect students' careers and the future. Opinions of practice note that when students go into the workforce, they will have to work side by side with the opposite sex. They worry that attending all girls or all boys schools could deny children the chance to learn how to do so north. However, this agreement ignores the fact that children constantly interact with the members of opposite sex outside of school. This interaction can range from playing and arguing with the sibling to negotiating allowance, chores, and privileges with their opposite sex parents. Children learn and practice
Thank you very much.
on
Thank
a
you very much.
daily basis.
آية عدنان. Thank you. That's enough. Thank you. Okay.
Yes.
Click on the pen sign photo in the middle of the photo and the بعض الطلاب يقول البيج ما جاي تطلع، فقلت لهم ينقرون على علامة البن، يعني من يأشر ياخذ المؤشر الكيرسر على الصورة اللي تطلع عنده يطلع له هذا البن. اوكي، هذا البن الدبوس ها، فينقر عليه تطلع له الشيرت بيبر. منو اللي يحب يقرأ قراءة جيدة؟ أريد قراءة جيدة. منو اللي يحب يقرأ؟
نعم دكتور.
اوكي يس. خلي
نعم دكتور.
رافعين ايدكم اللي حكيتوا، رافعين ايدكم. انا عندي هسه كم طالب رافع ايده. اوكي، راح اختار من الطلاب حتى.
نعم.
اوكي ممتاز. عندي زهراء رائد.
نعم دكتور.
بليز زهراء اقري لنا من paragraph number 2.
Okay.
Okay.
First of all, it is difficult to say where single-sex education leads to higher test scores, but it may make difficult in more important areas. Also, some research shows no improvement in test score. Other research shows opposite result. More important, many physical.
Yes, زهراء رائد.
Sorry. Many physical psychologists. Psychologists believe that test scores are not a good measure of success.
Yeah, thank you very much, Zahra. Thank you for that. Thank you. That's enough. حوراء عباس طه. حوراء عباس طه. Please حوراء.
العفو أستاذ، مساء الخير.
مساء الخير.
الساعة صحت اسمي وكنت مشغولة ما قدرت أفتح المايك، فأقدر أقرأ هسه؟
شنو اسمك؟
آمنة علي عبد الرزاق.
آمنة علي، فد لحظة يمكن سجلتك غائبة. اي سجلتك غائبة، ماكو مشكلة، بس مو هسه، خلي فد شوية. دعاء قاطع.
اوكي استاذ.
اوكي دعاء قاطع.
Yes,
Yes please. Read
you want example?
paragraph 2.
Okay. First of all, it is difficult to say whether single-sex education leads to higher test scores, but it may make a difference in more important area. Although some research show no improvement in test scores, other research show opposite results. Blum, and more important, may psychologists believe that test scores are not good measure of scores.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The last one, حوراء عباس طه. حوراء عباس طه. حوراء ما موجودة؟ رافعة ايدها شلون ما موجودة؟
دكتور.
نعم.
دكتور أنا ما عندي هاي الإيد ترفع.
ها.
إيه يعني ما أقدر
ما
أرفع.
موجود. اوكي ما موجودة، يعني ما موجودة بال
Yes sir, yes.
at the bottom of the page at the bottom ما موجودة عندك؟
شوفوا إذا أفتح بالتليفون موجودة، بس أنا ما فاتحة بالتليفون.
بمن فاتحة الجوجل ميت؟
بس يعني ما عندي، ما موجودة.
اي افتهم، انت ما فاتحة الموبايل، فاتحة شنو؟ لابتوب لو ايباد لو شنو؟
هو بالآيباد.
ايش عجب ما موجودة؟
عادي شو ماكو.
اوكي ماكو مشكلة، هي تصير على يمين الفيديو مالتك، على يمين الفيديو raise hand icon.
يعني ماكو أي إيد موجودة هنا.
اوكي ما اعرف، انا على الحاسبة جاي احكي، فانتم وين تصير. المهم ممكن احد الطلاب بعدين اذا عنده ايباد وعنده الايكون فممكن يبلغك يقول لك وين موجودة بالضبط. That's enough for reading. That's enough for reading. Yes please.
صحت اسمي حوراء عباس.
يس حوراء عباس، وين كنتي؟
لا عشان النت ضعيف كلش.
Okay, yes حوراء. Read paragraph number 1.
Yeah.
From the title. Yes حوراء.
Start.
نعم.
Years. These are the years when the different rates of girls and boys' physical, emotional, and cognitive development are most noticeable. Girls develop ahead of boys in every area, and both super educators debate whether the.
Okay حوراء. Thank you very much. That's enough. That's enough حوراء. Okay ماكو إشكال. Okay. طلابنا الأعزاء, thank you very much for your reading. There are many comments on your reading. يعني mostly reading is bad. Unfortunately, and you are at the third year at the tertiary level. Yani you should read more fluent. You should know how to read. You should know how to pronounce these words, because these words are not those difficult or that difficult. Or if they are difficult, you have much time to check and look in these words in the dictionary and see how they are pronounced, how they are, read in context. So please, you have to prepare for your lessons.